Welcome back to the channel, guys. Something a little bit different for you today. Matt is taking the reins and I'm down here assessing panels on this. He is actually working on his Mini back at home. So in today's episode, you're going to see Matt strip his rear subframe, assess any damage, any problems it's got, and then crack on with it and get it into paint. Sit back, relax, enjoy. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The Restomod Cooper is going to push along pretty quickly. We have a big panel order that has arrived at Minimine now, which we're about to go and collect in the next few days. And it's going to get exciting, this car. So let's give Matt some love. Go watch Matt's footage that he sent me. I've edited it, thrown it together. Go check it out, guys. Remember to subscribe to the channel, like I said. Give this video a thumbs up, comment away. Do you like the Restomod Cooper? I think it's going to be a good one. Check this out.
Hello everyone, so we're in slight change of scenery today. We're in my own garage and I'm back working on parts of the Cooper. So yeah, not that thing, but that rusty old subframe down there. So I'll bring you in for a closer look. And the wheels are on top of it just so I can try and show you how much play is in these radius arms. It's a bit difficult to say, but there is quite a bit of play in them. I can't get it on that one. I've not got my tripod with me at the moment, so it's a bit difficult holding a camera with one hand. But just wiggle it backwards and forwards. It doesn't look it on camera, but I can feel it. There we go. And that's just neglect. That's all this is. It's just not been greased, and it's just age as well. The subframe doesn't look that old, really. There's a couple of, it's just surface rust more than anything else, and just wear. So yeah, all I'm gonna do is strip it down, clean it, and try and do some sort of time lapse for you. Right, so I thought I'd show you before I start stripping down anymore what I found. So got the drums off, and you know what? They look pretty good. They look new. And I really don't think, I've got a feeling this is like, it's a new subframe. It's not done 20,000 miles this. I don't know. It's strange, but anyway. So for those of you who've not seen a mini subframe before, a mini suspension, this is what it is. So your wheel obviously goes on there. There's your shocker. And when the wheel goes up and down, like that, the arm moves, which then goes onto a little knuckle that's inside there. That then transfers the force up the trumpet and into that rubber donut, and that rubber donut is what does the suspension. That is the spring basically that compresses and over time they can collapse and degrade and things like that. I mean, the suspension will start going lower and lower, which is something interesting when we get around to the front subframe. Be great to show you that one. Apart from that, I'm just going to keep on stripping it down, see if we can get these trumpets out, because they are stuck. So it should be a big bolt somewhere in the back of there, I think, that holds this cone on. Got to try and get this trumpet out, but because it's alley and there's a steel ring inside there it sits in, so dissimilar metals, they like to corrode and stuff like that. That's another thing why these over time they do corrode and they can collapse. Rare, but it can happen. And the main thing is with these, apart from, I was actually quite lucky at the moment getting some of these bolts out right in there, because water gets inside these cavities where the bolts are and they like to rust. So that's going to be another mission to try and get them out. Hopefully they are coming out though. Yeah, I'll crack on. Right, so quick update. One radius arm is off, and now we can see that's the knuckle. Oh, where's my torch? There we go. Get in there. So there's the knuckle. That should sit in like a little plastic cup, which I'll show in a second. And that's the trumpet and whole assembly together. So there we go. That just comes out of there after you've undone that big nut, big bolt. And there you go. One. You could use that as a torch, couldn't you? Anyway, so there's the old radius arm off one side, and inside here will be little needle roller bearings on both ends, and if they don't get greased they wear out, and they wear out pretty quickly. And that's probably what's happened. Strip the brakes, that little adjuster in there, that's going to be seized in, no doubt about that. The rest of the frame, you know what, so far doesn't look bad at all. Strip the other side down, get it cleaned up. Right, so I thought I'd have a break on the subframe for a minute. I'll get that degreased and then painted next. I need to re-thread, re-tap and put a dye on a couple of these threads and stuff like that, and make sure everything's alright. There's a few little bends in it and stuff, nothing major. Can reuse that, no problem. So I turn my attention to the radius arms instead. I'm going to strip these, give them a little bit of a clean, and just, yeah, we'll strip them down, ready for recon or do an exchange or something. So I thought I'd just get the pin out and, yeah, just take a look at this. So you can see the wear around this pin just there, and probably where water sat, where it's actually corroded the arm itself. You can see the other end of the arm, nice and clean, probably where grease has been sat, and it's been fine. But the actual outer part of the arm, the pin, where you know you put your grease gun, and grease is supposed to go in there, and well, it's not been. So yeah, it's corroded, not been looked after. That's where grease would have come out of, and then goes into the little needle rollers. Yeah, send them away, see if we can get them reconditioned and carry on. Oh yeah, so if you go for a Chinese or something like, get your takeaway, keep hold of these plastic boxes, because they really do come in handy for storing bits and bobs. So just general little boxes, you know, like I've got another little box down there for nuts and bolts. Yeah, they do come in handy. Okay, carry on. There we go. Nice little bit of heat. And she's free. Yeah, right, we'll wind that all the way through that way. And yeah, clean it up. Stick it in a box with the rest of the parts to be cleaned up, which, well, everything down there basically needs wire wheeling, cleaning, painting. Yep. Carry on. Okay, so a quick update. So you just saw me yeah, making fire, and this is why, because you can't beat you can't beat a bit of fire. Let me get that torch right in there for you if you can. Kind of heck, it looks rubbish, but yeah, it's free. That adjuster is now adjusting. See, nice and free. My bloody light's terrible in here. Bear with me. There you go. Anyway, it's moving. So that's that. I keep working on that. Wheel bearing. Look, it's still got red grease in it. No, that's that's not done many miles at all. Yep. And well, wheel cylinder, you can see just how much crud builds up over time because of moisture getting in your brake fluid. Got to ask you a question, when was the last time you changed your brake fluid? Yeah, so these are the little ramp adjusters as well that come out. They just knocked out quite easily really, and they slide into there, and then press on the brake shoes out like that, and that adjusts the shoes on the drum, which when I put it all back together, we'll show you anyway. So yeah, I've got a nice little box of bits there. I'll get a bigger boxes. The other one, I'm gonna do the other one another time. I want a beer. Okay, so another day's gone by and I'm back at it again, cleaning some more bits up, and I'll show you where I'm up to. So I said, oh yeah, welcome back to another rainy day in the north. So the other day I said about changing the brake fluid. Well, the this is now dried off a little bit, and it's mostly moisture that's got into here and just destroyed this wheel cylinder. You can get rebuild kits for these. When it's this bad, it's not worth it for the price of them. If that cylinder wasn't scored inside and was perfect and things like that, and the nipple wasn't snapped, yeah, you could rebuild these, but in this case it's not worth it. So subframe I've managed to clean up a bit. It's not quite as clean as I want it yet. I needed to degrease it ready for painting. There's more projects arrived as well. Arm wise, I spent a few minutes stripping this radius arm. I've got it cleaned up a little bit, nowhere near as clean as I want it yet for painting. I've got the cup out as well, but these, when you take them out, you always destroy them pulling them out. But when you manufacture them, the arms, can I get down there? There's a tiny little pinhole in the back there. That is always blocked. Always blocked. I assume they put that there just to aid the installation of these cups. Don't know. But that's just with like 10 minutes or so, just with the wheel on the grinder, with the angry wheel. Yeah, watch these things. They're great, but they fling wires out and things, but yeah, they're great for doing stuff like this. So I'm going to strip the other arm in a second. Another thing to note, I've just started tapping out this arm. It looks like it's going to be the same issue. That pin is seized in there, so that's going to be worn out. Amazingly, if you know, you know, that pin just slid out. No heat, no tapping, it just slid out of there. I am amazed. So while I've got the arm in this position, you can see just how these things work. So I'll put my trumpet in there with that, with the ball on the end, with the knuckle on the end, and what would happen is the arm would go up and down. The trumpet would, you know, the arm would articulate, and that trumpet would take that force into the rubber spring and compress. So over time, what can happen is these cups and the metal ball can wear out. So that metal knuckle, or something like that, whatever you want to call it, can wear through the plastic cup and then wear into that socket and completely wear that out. I have seen cases where it's worn straight through there and the balls come out the other end and the suspension drops completely. So it does pay to look after these things. Yeah, the arms really, they're cleaning up quite well and they look really straight, so I'd rather refurbish these ones than exchange them. So yeah, I'll carry on, see if we can do a bit more time lapsing. I hope it's going to stop raining so I can start cleaning things up a bit more. Yeah, here we go again. Okay, so that didn't take very long to strip apart. I'm going to cut it off with the angle grinder because that's just seized on there. The main pivot pin, that is very seized in there. I was not seeing grease for a long time. So yeah, you're just going to keep smacking that out of there and it'll come out eventually. And as suspected, the handbrake quadrant pin, that is stuck. I mean, I'm amazed the other one came out. That was just really lucky, but plenty of heat on that, plenty of lube, that'll come out. Talking of heat, it's adjuster time again. We're going to see if we can get this glowing red hot and get that adjuster out, because that again, surprise surprise, seized in there. Got a box full of bits, most of which are going to get replaced anyway. Shoes came off in one thing, you know, they'll actually look pretty good. Overall, apart from just lack of maintenance and lack of use, everything seems pretty good. Right, that'll do for now. It's not perfect, I'm not going for that, it's just covered. I'm going to do, well, once it's dried, I'm going to flip it over and then do all the bits that I've missed, because, yeah, don't tell me I've missed a bit, because I know I've missed a bit. And if you tell me I've missed a bit, I'm not going to do it. That'll do for now.
So Matt's absolutely smashed that, hasn't he? Absolutely smashed it. So that's one big part of this car restored already. We're going to get another front subframe. We're not going to try and repair that once there. Obviously it's damaged, you've seen that in the episode. So front subframe will get the same treatment, all new bushes, all new bits and bobs. Obviously we've got Minimine for that So remember to go and check out Minimine. There's a discount code on the screen now for you to get 10% off their eBay shop when you spend £15 or more. So go check them out, guys. Everything's in the link description below. And while you're in there, why not check out Frost if you need some paints, consumables, tools, whatever for your workshop. Discount code is there for you guys as well. Thank you very much for watching. And yeah, next few episodes on this car, you'll probably see us smashing away on the metalwork on this car. Catch you next one, guys. Thank you very much.